Alright guys, so as you saw there, we already got started with the review of the ZR2 towing a 8.5 by 20 trailer. So what you saw there was a giant storm. It was ridiculous, came out of nowhere, and it just started pouring down rain. All the surrounding areas here lost all kinds of power. We actually had to change hotels. We were staying in one hotel, the power went out, we had to go to a different one. There was trees, there was all kinds of stuff out everywhere here in North Carolina. So what happened was a huge gust of wind threw the truck kind of sideways, and honestly the ZR2 handled it pretty well. Considering this is a very large trailer and the ZR2 is a relatively small truck, I was pretty impressed. But anyway, now we're gonna go take a break, we're gonna go get some dinner, and then tomorrow morning we start the real review of how this ZR2 with the Duramax diesel tows this 8.5 by 20 trailer. It weighs about 3,000 pounds. The biggest thing is the wind resistance. So I'm going to share with you guys how it drives, how it's settled. It's completely stocky, even with the stock tires. I'm going to share with you guys the miles per gallon. I'm going to share with you guys some tips and tricks. And I'm also going to share with you guys what I'm going to do to make this a better towing rig. There's a couple of things I want to do to make sure this thing tows a little bit better, because I think we can make it a little bit better. All right, here we go. It is next morning. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting everything ready. We're at CVS buying some drinks and some things for the road. And I'm making sure all of my tires, including these, are set at the right pressure. So I'm starting out with around 36 PSI for these. Actually, this is 38, that's 36. Just because I don't want to get too much air, because it will heat up as we keep driving. It is summer. And then these tires, this sticker says 65 PSIs. I think that's too high. This front one has 50. I'm gonna leave it at 50. I'm pumping this up to 50 as well. So I'll make sure all of them are 50 PSI. It is an empty trailer, so we don't need the higher pressures. But I don't want it to be underinflated. They can heat up a lot, and that can destroy the tires. So I'm gonna make sure these are good. We'll take a nice little walk around of the trailer, and then we'll go for a ride. So here we are, we're about 4 hours into the drive, 3.5 hours into the drive. Truck is pulling very well. Without paying attention, I was on flat ground. I was going about 80 miles an hour. With the amount of wind resistance that thing creates, it's pretty impressive with the way this thing tows. Very stable, trucks passing me, things like that, no big deal at all. Of course, it's only about 2,800 pounds, 2,900 pounds that I'm towing currently, so it's not really the weight, it's the wind resistance, as you can see. So I'm filling up right now with diesel. This is $2.65 here. It's ridiculous. We're at the border of North Carolina right now, and I just wanted to make sure we fill up, because this is the cheapest diesel I've seen. And yeah, the truck has done really, really well. So what I'm going to share with you guys, the rest of the video, like I said, is going to be the good, the bad, and the ugly. So the good is the fuel mileage. Really good fuel mileage. I'm getting around almost 16 miles per gallon. I expect that to start dipping soon as we start going over hills and mountains, so be on the lookout for that. I'm probably gonna get around 14, 15. If I get anything above 14, I'm gonna be very happy. Other than that, stability has been good. Comfort is still very, very good, and I'm actually surprised at how well this truck can tow such big of a trailer. You know, I wasn't thinking about getting such a large trailer for this pickup truck, but here we are, and she's doing fine. Now, of course, this is without a car inside the trailer. It's just the trailer. But yeah, let's keep on going. even after going uphill for quite a while, This is in Fancy Gap, I guess it's called. Transmission temperature is kept right in check. 228 Fahrenheit is not bad at all. Not bad.
So as you heard there, we're using Google Maps, and it's great that this truck has Google Maps and Apple CarPlay. We're going up a significant hill here, and fortunately or unfortunately, we have a truck that we're right behind. It is what it is. The truck does really well uphill. I mean, it doesn't really feel like it's towing that much. The other thing that I wanted to say here is that you could actually kind of feel the engine breaking in. The further I got along with towing this trailer, the stronger the engine felt and the better mileage I got. It's really good. It's really good. Love the Duramax for sure. So glad I got the diesel one instead of the gas.
Guess where we're going, boys and girls? We're going to Cracker Barrel. We're about, I don't know, I'd say about 4 or 5 hours from home, so we're basically halfway done with the journey. And I love me some good Cracker Barrel. What do you guys think about Cracker Barrel? Let me know in the comments. So as you guys saw, we just came into Cracker Barrel, and the coolest thing is that in this Cracker Barrel, there's spots for RV and long buses, and of course, look at that. We fit. Look, right there, no problems at all. You gotta love it. And check this out. This is a really cool truck. Look at this thing. What do you guys think of this? The 1500 GMC Custom. The things you see when you travel. You gotta love it. Wow, this thing is mint. All right, it's time to go get some Cracker Barrel goodness. Look at that, that's really cool. And just roll in and park. Let me actually roll forward a little bit to get out of the way. It's a long trailer. Alright guys, so here we are. We just finished our Cracker Barrel meals. I am super stuffed. It's currently around 2 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock. The sun is beaming. Finally, no more storms, I think. And we're almost there. So we got about 4 hours left, and we're going to be home. 4 hours is nothing. The truck is doing really well. I think the engine keeps breaking in more because I need less and less throttle to keep it doing what it needs to do. So I'm getting 15 miles to the gallon. And I'm really comfortable with it. So maybe it's me getting used to the trailer, but I think the truck is also getting more stronger as we go through the miles. So I'm going to fill up the truck with some diesel. I'm just waiting for somebody to finish up their motorhome, fill that up with diesel, and we'll get out of here. So we got about 4 to 5 hours left, depending on traffic. If you guys don't know where we live right off I-80. New Yorkers love to cause a ton of traffic on Sunday nights. It's crazy how bad it gets, and we're gonna be right in the middle of that. So I'm gonna take it nice and easy. The truck seems to be loving pulling this thing. It's kind of crazy how good this truck has gotten. the engine I feel like is just starting to break in. So I started off getting around 14 miles to the gallon. Now I'm getting 15.5 miles to the gallon, and I'm going faster and faster as we go along. You know, I started out going 65 miles an hour at 14 miles to the gallon. The last 2 or 3 hours I was driving, I was doing 75, 80 miles an hour and getting 15 miles to the gallon. 15. That's crazy. So I think the engine has a little bit more to go. It's got a little bit more to give. I can't wait. So this thing fully breaks in. We're gonna delete and tune it. It's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be really good. It's gonna be a lot more powerful. The fact that it can go 80 miles an hour with this giant trailer, and again, it's not the weight, it's the wind resistance, is pretty good. Let's take a look at this thing. As you can see, basically no squat. It's very, very little, if any. Now I will be getting a weight distributing hitch to replace this. Now, if you guys never used this before, it's important to have the safety chains on. We got this little safety strap. If this comes off, this activates the brakes. There's a little battery in here that gets to be changed every 5 years. This right here is very kind of crappy, but it works. It does the job. There's a little connection there. But yeah, so far so good. I can't wait to see when we get home what the mileage is. I'll let you guys know what it is. If there's any difficulties, I'll let you guys know. But really, I've been passing everybody easily. I've been going, the speed limit here is 70 miles an hour. It's been going between 75 and 80 miles an hour, no problems at all. Not even breaking a sweat. We passed through a really rough patch with going uphill, and this truck, again, no problems at all. The transmission temperature was pretty low as well, as you guys saw. So anyway, we're gonna keep on trucking, and I'll let you guys know the good, the bad, and the ugly as we keep on going. One thing I definitely want to mention is that, you know, first, air conditioning works very well. It's a hot day, it's around 85 degrees. But this right here, the Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto, I'm using Android Auto, has been completely flawless. And I've been doing podcasts on my phone. What I do is I go on YouTube here, swipe up, go on YouTube. And I choose a podcast of my choice, and I go. So, really awesome. It's been, again, flawless. If I want to check the temperature, I hit the home, which is kind of inconvenient. So it's 80 degrees out right now. I hit Android Auto again. Nothing gets interrupted at all. I love these toggle switches. You know, every once in a while, I give thanks to somebody that lets me in, or that flashes their light to let me in. That's awesome to have. I have not used the exhaust brake. Haven't had the need. The biggest problem I have is air resistance. So having that parachute back there is helping me brake. So I haven't had to use that yet. And all these connections that it has down here, has one in here, and has two back here, have been awesome. All right, let's get out of here. So here we are, guys. We're pretty much home. We're about an hour away, and I don't know if I shared this with you guys, but this is actually my first time ever towing an enclosed trailer. I've towed other lighter things. I've towed open trailers before. I've towed a Type R recently with this truck, but this is the first time ever towing such a large enclosed trailer. So winds definitely took into effect. We got stuck in a really terrible windstorm that really was honestly really so bad that the surrounding Charlotte area lost power for quite a while. We had to change hotels and all that stuff, and I was on the road when that storm hit. There were trucks stopping because of the winds. Most of the semis stopped, and I didn't know what was hitting me until it hit me. And when that thing hit, man, I was in the right lane. It basically, I kept it straight, but I was correcting it. My steering wheel was like, it was as if I was turning a very sharp turn, and it was just to keep it straight. And you know, it was fine. You know, it was not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. And the truck and trailer actually impressed me, and how comfortable I was, how easy it was to kind of just keep it on the road. And ever since then, ever since I started towing, I've been towing with the trailer now for 13 hours. It takes 14 hours to come back from where we were, and about 900 miles. So now that I've gotten really comfortable with it, it really isn't a big deal anymore to me. I know exactly what to expect. I know exactly what to feel when I'm going down the road, and I really like it a lot. I think the ZR2 did an excellent job. I think the biggest negative of the ZR2 with towing such a long trailer, 8.5 by 20 trailer, is the fact that the mirrors are so small. The driver's side mirror has a little blind spot monitor, not system, just another mirror in it to kind of show you a little bit farther out, which is kind of cool. The passenger side mirror has none of that, so it doesn't have that. I think the mirrors need work. I'm going to be ordering something on Amazon to see if I can mitigate that issue.
Other than that, I mean, the truck did really well. Really glad I got the diesel, not the V6, and I'll be towing a lot more going forward. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.